course. My name is Bray, and I am with the outlet The Nerds of Color.
Hi,
How's everyone
Bray.
doing
Nice to
today?
meet
Ray,
you.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right. So I guess my first question will go to the showrunner themselves. Hello, Raamla. Um,
Hi.
I just really wanted to know what inspired the creation for Reasonable Doubt.
Well, so Sean Hawley, who's an awesome, badass defense attorney, she met with Kerry Washington and Larry Wilmore, and they wanted to do a show about her. And so they came to me, and we started talking about it. And a lot of the parts of Jax's job is based in Sean, like how she thinks and how she deals with her clients, the way she compartmentalizes. But then, of course, because it's television, I had to add the drama, the messiness. Sean is, a very happily married woman who gets along with her. She has one kid, the daughter, and so I told Sean, I said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to mess your life up a little bit, but
Yeah.
but yeah, no, but it's been great because all of us all working together, we've been doing it for a while now, and it's just nice to kind of see it all kind of finally come out and be a show.
Yeah, and it looks phenomenal. And I'd really like to say just great job on both the writing and the acting. Emayatzy, I would like to know kind of like what your approach was for Jax, even though she is a real person. Like, how did that go?
Mhm. I think my approach was really just, it's based on a real person, Sean Hawley, yes, but this isn't Sean, you know what I mean? So it was really kind of creating this new person, in Jax. And for me, with every role, there's a piece of it that's you. There's a piece of you that you can bring to the role. So I kind of started there and saw what piece of me, for better or worse, that I could relate to, with Jax, and that was my end, to the character. Just kind of was able to pull her together from there.
That's awesome. Um, so then another question to you, Ramla. From your other past work, I know that you worked on Little Fires Everywhere, Still Star-Crossed, and now Reasonable Doubt. I was wondering if you found anything that keeps coming back to you in your writing or the things that draw you to it.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, I'm so grateful to have worked for such very kind of talented showrunners in my career, who taught me about, how to write from character. And so I think that's the thing that always comes back. Like I try to be very honest about who the characters are and know that, so that then when I'm writing the dialogue, it flows and it feels like what they would say, and the scenes kind of have this realism, this groundedness in it. And so I think that's for me what I've learned the most, is to make sure that you're being true and honest to the characters, not letting just plot, kind of push forward. And then, then suddenly it's like, wait a minute, would this character do this, or would this make sense? So I try to make sure that I'm checking for that all the time. And also the one thing I've learned a lot of being on set is to ask the questions in the scenes that I think the actors might ask me, so that then I have to hold myself accountable, right? If I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if I say this line, if I write this line, Emayatzy might ask me about, like why I shouldn't say that. So I have to be able to defend that. And if I can't defend it, then I need to change the line, and make it so it makes sense to everyone in the scene.
Wow, that was really amazing and very insightful. Really awesome to see all of you. I've seen some of you in other shows and other works, so that's really kind of awesome for me right now. Just so the first question, this is kind of going to all of you, so I'll just say each name so that way we know which order it's going to go to. But for Sean, Michael, McKinley, what drew you to the show and your character?
What drew me to the show, obviously, first is the opportunity to work with Kerry Washington again. Obviously, everything she touches turns to gold, and with long history, and so I was just excited to just be on set with her again, honestly. And then you read the script, and the script is it's just an incredible piece of writing. That the pilot episode, it's so confident. That's the word I would use. It's confident, and it's assured, and it made me feel very secure that I was going to be on a quality show with quality people, and that's what turned out with with Mike and McKinley and Emayatzy and everybody else.
Yeah, I'd say something similar. I mean, I think I've known, like Sean, I've known Carrie for over 20 years, and to hear that she's going to be directing this pilot was definitely enticing, and that's what made me want to read the script. And then when I read the script, I realized that Raamla Mohamed is a star, and that this writing it's special, it's relatable. These are the Black people I know, and so it just felt familiar, authentic, complex, interesting, real, and I think it was time. It was time to be involved in a project like that for me.
Yeah, and I couldn't say it any better than both of the guys. I think.
So don't.
Yeah, well, thanks, Michael. I'd expect that from you. But no, I would just say that, like, like the main thing is having an opportunity to collaborate. I think Larry, Pilar, Tamara, all the producers created an environment, because for me, from the very beginning in the casting process, I was out of town, but I was still collaborating with them on Zoom for these callbacks. And when I had a chance to do a read with Emayatzy in person, it was just, we just found and discovered things, and to be in an environment where you're being really inspired and challenged to be creative and go create things, and it's very collaborative. That's exciting. I mean, my career longevity wise, I'm not like Sean or Michael, but I do recognize when you're in these very special spaces where you have an opportunity to create things, and this feels like what that was.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
So for Sean, I had a question on the how do you see Reasonable Doubt and just the flourish of other Black TV shows and creators being able to have a chance to make their own mark in television history? How do you see that kind of different from the past history you've had in television and acting in general?
Well, I think that what Reasonable Doubt does that a lot of these other shows have been doing recently, like Greenleaf and all these other shows that have all been brilliant and amazing. But what Reasonable Doubt does is that it takes a format that we're all familiar with, which is a legal thriller, really, and it kind of infuses it with the heart and with an authenticity of Black people and all of our complexity, but still does all that within the framework of a format that we all know and love. And that's very compelling.
All right, thank you so much. It was really great to talk to you all. I hope you guys have a great day and have a wonderful and rest of the TV show coming out. Sorry, just kind of starstruck. You have a great day.
Thank you for your time, brother.
All right, nice to meet you. I'm really excited to talk to you both. So I have a question for just the both of you. I'll say the names so that way we know which to answer. So Angela and Tim, what drew you to Reasonable Doubt?
I think that as an actor, auditions draw me. I love to work, but the thing that made me so excited about this one is that when I read the pilot, I got to the last page and I was like, what else happens? Like, I wanted to know so desperately that I was really, really excited about this show. And I love excellent writing, and this is really, really good writing. So that piques my interest. And then to add all of the amazing other people who were tied to this, and it being Onyx Collective's first scripted show, I was like, oh, please, universe, please let this be for me. And it did. Thank you, universe.
Yeah, for me, I've been doing this job for quite a while, but when I got the job, let's say, a friend of mine who works on Insecure said, dude, you ever been on a Black show? And I said, no, I haven't. He's like, it's different. Congratulations. He's like, you're going to love it. You're going to be valued. You're going to be celebrated. Like, I'm so happy for you. And I really looked forward to what he was talking about. And then I get to set, and it was so true. And there's something about Onyx Collective and it being started to amplify voices of color, and then getting to a set where all of our voices are being amplified and supported and celebrated. That is absolutely the reason what drew me to working on a show like this. And then you get Carrie, Larry, and drama Raamla. Then you're gonna get, that's like a winning combination. So just really blessed and grateful.
That's awesome. And thanks for bringing that up. I was going to ask my second question, but I can ask Angela for that one first. So Angela, how was your experience being on Reasonable Doubt and working with everyone, collaborating with everybody?
It was a beautiful experience all around. As Tim just said, we just felt very supportive. Onyx Collective is an amazing group of people, and our producers were fantastic. The writers were wonderful. I also just felt like it was safe for us to tell this story that happens to be written by Black writers, and be a Black person and be like, I can also be an intelligent person and make tough decisions and come out on the other side and be really, really proud about what I'm saying and doing. I'm proud of this. I am proud to be a part of this group that is going to bring the show to life. I think that we have moved in such grace and excellence. I'm proud, honestly, just proud.
Great. And that it shows a lot on screen. So the next question I would have is, how do you, for Tim, how do you feel the Reasonable Doubt challenges or sets itself apart from other shows of its style or genre?
I mean, the thing about Reasonable Doubt is you're really following the story of Jack Stewart. So she's got her professional life, which is obviously, the vehicle, but her personal life as a friend and as a mother, as a lover, all these things are so deeply dug into that in such an authentic way that I feel like, even in the best way, it's like representation matters, because once you have true representation, you find that, oh, we're all the same. We're all telling a universal story. So we are telling a very specific, a very authentically told specific story about a woman. But at the end of the day, it's so relatable. Everything is so relatable, even though you might not have a shared life experience as like a Black criminal defense lawyer in Los Angeles. Her story, her friendships, the conflicts, the love that she's experiencing is something that anybody can relate to. So at the end of the season, or even anytime I stepped on the set, I never thought, well, I'm on a Black set. I just felt like we're telling a fun story, an excellent story with excellent creators.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was really great to speak to both of you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Bye.
You as well.
In the lectures, fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life.